And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Sorry I'm running late. I had to get my video for the day uploaded, but I see some of y'all caught that in the chat. I just posted my ranking of the Dark Knight trilogy, so that is officially up right now on the YouTube channel. Feel free to check that out. Whew, I'm out of breath. I was running. I ran up the stairs to make sure I made this live. I was running a little late, but we are here now. We are here now. Hope you're all doing well. Happy Friday. It's the weekend, baby. Woo! If you know White Claw Gabe, that's what he says, but I'm here to answer your questions. Hang out. I'm going to post on Instagram real quick, promoting the video that I just posted. And then I'm going to post as well on Instagram saying live now. So I'm going to answer your questions. Let's take a second for some people to get in here. I see we got The View with Drew. What's good? We got Mad Titan. How you doing? Jacob, how you doing? Zilla was able to make it. Welcome in. Glad to see you here. I'm going to get to the questions here in a second. Let me put this banner up. Boom. I'm still kind of getting myself situated, but let's see. Check out my ranking of the Dark Knight trilogy. With the little bat emoji. Then I got to go get the video and blah, blah, blah. You all know the drill. But welcome in, guys. Let's see. I got to get this link real quick. Hold on. Can you guys hear me, by the way? Because my mic's been acting up lately, so I don't even know if it's working, honestly. Hopefully it is. Let's see. Share. Copy link. Post this right here. Check out my ranking of the Dark Knight trilogy. Put that on the Instagram story. Boom. We're done there. I'm going to take a quick picture for the Instagram story to let everyone know we're live. And let's see. Camera. Flip it. The classic pose for me. And I'm going to say live on YouTube, come hang. And then I'll get into the questions. I see we got 14 people in here. I appreciate you guys showing up. I will get to the questions here in a second. Running a little late. Life is hectic sometimes, but we persevere. We adapt. All right. Let me get this link. Boom. All right. I think we're almost good. Share it to my story. Let me go tweet this that I'm live, and then we'll be officially good to go. Okay, let's see. Drafts. Tweet. I think we are good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream. I can relax now. Whew. Feels good to be back. Anyway, I'm going to get to the questions now. Thank you guys for being here and waiting on me. View with Drew says, which comic book movie villain do you like more? Tom Hardy as Bane or James Spader as Ultron? I got to go Bane with ease. Bane kind of went out sad by the end of his movie, but you got to respect him for what he is. Ready? When Gotham is ashes, then you have my permission to die. So what's your next step in this master plan? Crashing this plane with no survivors. I love Bane, so I got to go Bane. Hello there. Again, welcome in, Zilla. Hello there. How was the Batman for you? I desperately want to talk about this movie. I really, really, really do. I can't say anything, though, and it pains me. It pains me not that I can't say anything. But if you watch my Dark Knight trilogy ranking video, I allude to something in that video. That's all I'm going to say. Watch the whole thing. It's only like 7 minutes long. And you can maybe feel out how I may or may not have felt about the movie. That's all I'm going to say. By the way, if you guys are in here, I appreciate it. I know it's Friday night. You could be doing other things, but I appreciate you stopping by. Make sure to hit the like button. It helps out with the algorithm. That's what I always say. If you're on the replay as well, shout out you. I appreciate it. And feel free to send in super chats. There's a bunch of questions coming in here. That's the best way to get my attention, to guarantee I answer your questions. Also a way to help support the channel. It would mean the world. It's not required, but it would mean the world. All right, let's see. Need to hear what you think about the Batman? Yeah, I won't. I'm not going to say anything about it. I can't legally. I want to say I can't say anything, but desperately wish I could. And on February 28th at noon, I will have a review up that I can't wait to talk about the movie. So that's all I can really say. Happy Friday, Alex. Won't be able to make it. Excuse me, but I have one question for you. What non-Marvel show am I most excited for this year? Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi comes to mind. That's my most anticipated for the year. Stranger Things 4, I'm really hyped for. I'm excited for the Game of Thrones show, House of the Dragon. I hope it's pretty decent. So we'll see. Welcome in, Brady Guy. If you could replace Mount Rushmore with directors, who would you put? So I'm doing my Mount Rushmore of directors. I love these questions. Ask these kinds of questions in the chat. Guaranteed I answer them. Mount Rushmore of various movie genres, all that stuff. So Mount Rushmore of directors. I'm going to go, first of all, let me look something up real quick. All right, so I'm going to pull up the Mount Rushmore image and kind of show you guys. So we got this, right? There's 4 people. So Mount Rushmore of directors. Number 1, I got to go Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg is on the Mount Rushmore of directors. He's been nominated for Best Director in more decades. I think every decade since like the 70s or something crazy like that. So Spielberg's on there. That's 1. Alfred Hitchcock is another Mount Rushmore director because of his influence on horror and everything. He's the master of suspense for a reason. I got to go Hitchcock. So I have Hitchcock, Spielberg. I get 2 more directors that have had an influence on cinema that are just the most iconic. Okay, let me think about this for a second. Again, this might be crazy, but I have to go Martin Scorsese because, again, long career from the 70s. He's still making movies today. He's had a long influence. He's got all the mob movies, and I love a lot of his movies, from The Departed to, Goodfellas to Taxi Driver. I like The Irishman. So I got to go Scorsese, Spielberg, Hitchcock, and I got 1 more. You guys know what I want to say, but it's so damn generic. I want to see who I could switch it up with. To me, just to be quite frank, I think I got to go. Okay, you know what? Here's what I'll say. Because I've got the classic with Hitchcock. I've got, a long-spanning career in Spielberg, a long-spanning career in Scorsese. I'm not going to say what I would say, which is Quentin Tarantino. He's probably my favorite director. Who am I going to say instead? Christopher Nolan, because I'm looking at his modern day influence. You've got the Dark Knight trilogy, which again, I just posted my ranking for. Go check that out. Drop a like on that and come back here. That would mean a lot. So I got the Dark Knight trilogy, and then you've got Inception, The Prestige, Interstellar, Tenet, Dunkirk, Memento, Insomnia. Following. There are countless movies this man has made that are damn good. So I'm going my Mount Rushmore of directors: Nolan for the modern, Scorsese and Spielberg, the tenured veterans, in Hitchcock. There you go. I still need to see more Hitchcock, by the way. Manuel says, "Hey Chris, just watched the Star Wars episode of the Unusual Couple podcast, and I agree that Solo is an excellent fun movie. It really is. It really is. If you guys haven't seen Solo in a while, go give it a watch again, because it's worth it in my opinion. I hated on that movie so hard for a long time. I came around on it in my recent rewatch. It's really a fun time. So speaking of the Unusual Couple podcasts, I actually tweeted this out, or not tweeted. This was at 7:34 because I was running late. But go follow the Unusual Couple podcast. The link is right down there in the description. It would mean a lot. And check it out. Me and Cam have a podcast. It's a lot of fun for us. So make sure to go check that out. Drop a follow. It would really mean a lot. Let me make sure my Instagram is working. All right, cool. We are good. Zilla says, you should watch the new show, One of Us is Lying, on Netflix. Just binged it, and it's amazing. It was filmed entirely in New Zealand. I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to look into that. Yankee88 in here. What's good, dude? Besides Nolan Batman, what's your favorite DC film? Legally, I don't know if I'm allowed to answer this question right now, but I'll say The Suicide Squad, because I had the poster right behind me. The Suicide Squad until further notice. That's all I'll say. I love The Suicide Squad. It's a great, great movie. Tim Burton's Batman. I'm not a fan of this movie. The 89 one is okay, but Returns, I can't stand that movie. Can't stand it. Do I play Fortnite? I've played it. Played it a lot more during peak pandemic back in April, May of 2020 with my friends all the time. But I can't say I've played it in a while. I would like to play it again though. It wasn't too bad. Excuse me. It's the final sequence of Don't Look Up. What is the food you're going to? It's dark, but I don't know what's your favorite food, I guess. If I had enough time to cook it, I'm going with a ribeye steak cooked medium rare, a twice baked potato, and a Caesar salad. That's my last meal. That's the holy meal, the holy grail of meals, is a steak dinner. That's my jam. I love me a good steak. Let me adjust this real quick. Okay, cool. There we go. My back was starting to hurt. All right, let's see. Where was I? Honey, where's my super suit? Have I read any Star Wars books? Not really. I've heard of the Thrawn trilogy, the Timothy Zahn books, but haven't read them. I'm not a huge reader. Who's my favorite OG Avenger Who is your favorite of the OG Avengers outside the MCU? So like their career would be a good. Is that what you're kind of going for? Their career outside of the MCU? I would probably have to go with. Honestly, like RDJ, I want to say, but at the same time, maybe Scarlett Johansson. She's in a lot of great stuff. The Prestige, Jojo Rabbit. She's in Marriage Story, which I don't love. She's in Lost in Translation. RDJ's in Tropic Thunder and Sherlock Holmes, though. So one of those two, probably. Honestly, Renner's pretty good, too, though. Yeah, I ranked the Dark Knight trilogy. Go check that out. Drop a like on that, and then come back here. Hello there. Lagged out for a second. You guys might not be able to hear me. Can you hear me now? Let me know. It lagged out for a second. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. But I was saying, hello there, Dank Sinatra. Hello there, Joshua. And hello there. I can't confirm or deny certain things in here about blinking. I can't do that. But you guys, you may or may not know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Watch my Dark Knight trilogy video. That's all I'm going to say. Have I seen the Swedish horror flick Let the Right One In? I have not. Jason's in here, the GOAT. How you doing, dude? I will be here until 7:45 my time. Brando Critic has a Gremlins watch along on his Patreon. Very cool, yeah. I've never seen Gremlins. I have never seen that movie. Does that make me a crazy person? Should I watch it at some point in my life? Let me know. But I appreciate you being here, Jason. Manuel says, I recently rewatched Adam West and Burt Ward's Batman movie, and it's hilarious, but still great. Honestly, I like this movie. It's pretty high on my ranking. Surprisingly high on my ranking, I would say, compared to other films. But I really, really do enjoy that movie. It's not the best. It's flawed, but I like it. That's all I'm saying. Excuse me. How would you compare the Batman? Again, I can't really talk about it too much, but I can't really answer it, honestly. It's kind of a bummer. I want to say so many things, but blink twice if you have positive feelings about the Batman. Okay. Did I do anything? No one saw anything? We're good? Cool. Okay. I know you can't talk about the Batman right now, but did you at least take notes on your thoughts in case for... Yeah, I did. I have a long thing of notes right now on my phone, and I'm going to film my review tomorrow morning, I think. I've been wanting to marinate on it a little longer than usual since I have a little more time than usual, but I definitely have some thoughts on the movie. Which do I love more, Marvel or DC? I love Marvel more because they give us more that I can like consume. But I think DC has the better stories at their core, really. I genuinely do. Which movie or actor got robbed of an Oscar this year? Tick, Tick, Boom, entirely. Damn disgraceful that didn't get nominated, in my opinion. It is clearly one of the 10 best movies of last year. I don't know why it didn't get nominated, and it makes me ill. Which Marvel character would you want Batman to team up with? That's a good one. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Iron Man, which is very generic, but I think that seeing the two billionaire personas bounce out. Well, I guess he wouldn't be in the billionaire persona if he was Batman, but who would I like to see Batman team up with? Maybe like Blade, because they're both bat related. I'll go with Blade. Lewis, what's good? Your savior is here. Welcome in, Lewis. Glad to have you here. As always, rank the Star Wars shows you've seen, including animated. Okay, so I've seen The Mandalorian, The Bad Batch, Clone Wars, Rebels, Boba Fett, and I didn't watch Visions. I couldn't get into that one, so I think that's it. Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, Mando, Boba Fett. In last place is going to be... Unless I'm forgetting something, I don't think I am. In last place is the Book of Boba Fett. The show is not a good show, really, but it has really, really, really awesome moments and standout episodes. But as a show, it's really not that good. So I'm going Boba Fett in last. Chapter 5 and 6 are the standouts. Above that, I will go Rebels. Sorry, above that, I'll go Bad Batch. I like Bad Batch quite a bit. Again, but there's a lot of meandering, kind of like the early seasons of Clone Wars that doesn't really matter. It's kind of like, why was this an episode? I don't know. So I'm going Boba in last, then Bad Batch, then Rebels, which I love Rebels. It's some of the best storytelling in Star Wars. I love the lore, just these new characters like Kanan, Ezra, they're all introduced. I like Zeb. Zeb is underrated too. And then I'm going The Mandalorian, which I love. I don't think there's a miss in that show. It's fantastic. And then I'm going Clone Wars #1, just because it's this expansive storytelling, these little pockets of the galaxy that we don't really see too much of in the movies. Like, that's what's cool to me, someone who like watched the prequels when I was like 5 years old, and I was always curious about the clones and these other little pockets in the galaxy. And that's what Clone Wars gives you. It gives you anywhere from 2 to 4 episode arcs with these obscure characters in the galaxy, whether it's bounty hunters or clones. And I just love that about Star Wars. Like, it feels the most Star Wars to me. I don't know if that makes sense, but it feels genuinely Star Wars because you're getting to see like the underside in certain episodes of like these certain planets and just normal people in the Star Wars universe, not our main core characters that are in the Skywalker saga. So I really respect the hell out of it for that. And season 7, the last 4 episodes, The Siege of Mandalore, phenomenal. Arguably damn near better than some Star Wars movies. All right, where was I in the chat? I was talking so much that I got lightheaded. Not even going to lie to you guys. All right, where was I in the chat? Watching Inglourious Bastards for the first time, absolutely loved it. What's your favorite World War II movie? I like The Great Escape a lot. I don't know if you guys have seen that one, but The Great Escape's a really great prison break movie. And Inglourious Bastards is a really great movie as well. Tarantino, probably my second favorite Tarantino movie. Is this legit news? David, I can't pronounce his name, but he's Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad, added to the cast of Oppenheimer. That movie is, without a doubt, the largest cast I have ever seen in a movie, period. Like, that is insane. I mean, Florence Pugh, Emily, first of all, the 4 actors I'm about to name, the 5 actors I'm about to name, actually, could headline their own movie. Rami Malek, who won an Oscar, RDJ, Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, and Florence Pugh. Those 5 actors and actresses are in your movie. But you've got Jack Quaid, Dane DeHaan, I want to say, now David, whose name I can't pronounce, and then who's the other one? There's another one in there too. Alden Ehrenreich was just added too. So they have a ton of star power in that movie. I bet that's going to be like a 4-hour long movie. Welcome in, Amari. Hope you're doing well too, man. Happy Friday. You guys can hear me? Cool. I'm glad it's working well. It's working. That's not proper grammar, I don't think, but whatever. What rankings do you plan to do when you can talk about the Batman? Okay, so I'll give you guys my itinerary. So Monday, February 28th, my review of the Batman's coming out. No spoilers or anything. Then on Thursday, which would be March 3rd, spoiler review with a fellow YouTuber who is in here. I'll just tell you guys. I think I'm doing it with Jaren, who's in here. Yeah. Jaren, I'm going to get to your question in a second. Me and Jaren are going to have a little spoiler talk and spoiler discussion about the Batman, and we're going to post that on probably that Thursday. And then on that Friday, March 4th, when the movie comes out, excuse me, I'm drinking a carbonated beverage. I'm going to post my ranking of all the live-action Batman movies. I'm not going to include like Lego Batman or Mask of the Phantasm, which I know some people will, but I just don't want it. I'm talking straight-up live-action Batman. I'm hesitant to even put BVS on the list, but I will. I didn't rewatch it, though. That's the only one I didn't rewatch for the ranking because I watched that one more recently than the others. I'm not going to put Justice League on it because it's not a Batman movie. Literally, I don't know. I don't understand that, but that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to have a Batman actors ranked and tier list ranking of the Batman movie villains. That one I am very, very excited to do. So there you go, Yankee 88. Those are the Batman vids I got coming right around the corner. I love Marvel, but I do agree with Martin Scorsese that the movies can feel very similar and that I'm very excited. Oh, sorry. It's 2 things. Movies can feel very similar. I agree with that as well. And I'm very excited for the Batman, which seems to be just a good movie that happens to be a comic book film. Yeah. It seems like DC kind of has that more on lock when they can make good movies that are also in the comic book genre. Whereas Marvel sometimes can feel like maybe if this didn't have superheroes in it, they were just like normal people, or not even that. That's a bad approach. Excuse me. If this wasn't a Marvel movie, just a regular movie, would it be as good? Or do we have this kind of inherent bias because it is Marvel or Pixar? Because I kind of feel that way about Pixar sometimes. Do I have to put it on a pedestal because it's Marvel? I kind of see where you're coming from, actually. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about the Batman again. I can't really say anything, but very, very excited to talk about it. One day, you and Cam are going to need a room dedicated to Funko Pops. That's a fact. Or we're going to have just a massive wall of Pops because we're going to combine our collections into one when we eventually move in. I'm excited. So it's going to be a big old Funko Pop move-in day. Hopefully, we got to protect the pops, though. We can't let them get damaged. Gremlins scared me when I first watched it. I have not seen that film. Do people say that one's a Christmas movie, or am I making that up? Maybe they do. Perhaps. What movie's at the top of your watch list right now? I think, I got to watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas for Patreon because a Phase 3 patron requested that I watch that, so I'm going to be doing that and putting a review up on Patreon for that movie. And then aside from that, I want to watch The Dark Knight Returns, the animated Batman films, because I'm on a Batman kick right now, and a lot of people have said, check that out. You watched Mask of the Phantasm, you watched Long Halloween, check out this one. So I think I'm going to give that a watch soon. Jason says, did you get your Amazon package today in your P.O. box? I forgot to check it today. That is my fault. It's in Atlanta, and I'm not in Atlanta right now. My house where I am right now is not in Atlanta, but Cam is over there, so I'm going to have her check it tomorrow or the next day. And we'll see. But I appreciate you again, Jason, for sending that out. Very cool. I do have a P.O. box for those wondering. We promoted it in the last stream, but it's not linked anywhere. It's linked in my Instagram, my beacons page, in my social media bios. My P.O. box is there. You can send me a Blu-ray or whatever you want. But I do have one. I know I've gotten requests in the past about, do you have a P.O. box? Can I send you something? I officially have a P.O. box now with Cam, so that is in my Instagram bio or Twitter or TikTok. Let's see. Least favorite film from your favorite director? I mean, I think my favorite director is Tarantino. It's a hard question. I've seen, if someone's my favorite director, I have to have seen all their movies, in my opinion. I think. And I've seen all of Nolan's movies. I've seen all of Fincher's movies, and I've seen all of Tarantino's movies. And my least favorite from Tarantino is Death Proof or The Hateful Eight. So I'll say that for now. But, if I'm doing Spielberg, who I love, my least favorite that I've seen from Spielberg is War Horse. I do not like that movie. It's kind of a drag, actually, which is crazy to say. When do I think the Love and Thunder trailer will come out? I think it'll come out. What day is it? It's the 20th, not the 28th, because we're getting a Morbius trailer and the Batman review embargo list. I think we'll get it mid-March. I'm fairly confident that, a little before Moon Knight, because they don't want to do it when Moon Knight's out, and then to have it out before Morbius plays, so the trailer can play in theaters before Morbius. So I'll say by the end of March. That's my prediction. But hell, I could go to Twitter tomorrow and say, guys, Thor: Love and Thunder trailer drops tomorrow, and the tweet would get 1,000 retweets. So who knows? Excuse me. Brandon's in here. What's good, dude? Hope all is well. I was able to see a Warner Bros. Film last night. I think you did too, right? Yeah. A certain Warner Brothers film from the DC variety. Perhaps I did see the film as well. Saw a horror movie last night, Jaren said, yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny any thoughts on this film that I may or may not have seen yesterday. Oh, that's funny. Yankee 88, what's your favorite song from Tick Tick Boom? It's generic as it is. It's 3090. That's the one that gets me going the most. I love every song in that soundtrack, minus 2 that I actually removed because they're less than a minute long. They don't fit the flow of the album. So I removed those in my personal playlist. And then my favorite is 3090, but I love all of them though. Why is good. I'm gonna pull it up. I want to rank them in a video, honestly. I'm gonna go to my phone. The last thing I was listening to, I'm pretty sure, was that. So I have a playlist right here. I'll pull it up. Where to go? Let's see. Should be here somewhere. There it is. 3090, yeah, Boho Days, No More Sunday, Therapy, Swimming, Why, Louder Than Words. They're all good. They're all great. So they're great. I love Tick Tick Boom. Should have been nominated for Best Picture. Hello, Alex. What's the best movie to see on a Friday? That's a good question. What's the best movie to see on a Friday? I don't know, but I just unlocked a weird memory, and this is not really going to answer the question, but I'm just going to tell a quick story. So it must have been August or September of 2016. I was in high school, sophomore year, I want to say. and I came home. It must have been, actually, it must have been like April or something. And the Jungle Book movie came out on Blu-ray. So this actually was August of my junior year, probably. And I went to Target or Best Buy, and I bought it after school on a Friday for some reason. I didn't go on Tuesday when it came out. And I bought the movie and I watched it on Blu-ray, and I was like, this is the life. It was like 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, probably raining, and I had no real responsibility or worries. And I just sat down and I watched the Jungle Book, and it was escapism, and it made me feel happy. So a Disney movie on a Friday kind of hits. But whatever movie you're in the mood for on a Friday is the real thing. Next Friday, is a big movie comes out next Friday on March 4th. So that might be the one to watch on a Friday moving forward. But who knows? Who knows? Lewis says, I'm currently watching Peaky Blinders and Euphoria, and these shows are both incredible. I haven't seen either. I know. Damn it to hell, right? I haven't seen either. But I am going to watch Euphoria eventually. I think the season finale is on Sunday, so maybe I'll wait till that, hype dies down, and I'll watch it over the summer or something. Peaky Blinders is one that I know I would like. I just haven't started it for some reason, so that's kind of my bad. That's my bad. But I see we have 27 people in here, so thank you guys. Make sure to hit that like button. It helps out with the algorithm. I've said that for over 2 years now when I do these live streams, so make sure to hit that like button. It would help out quite a bit. And feel free to send in super chats. It's a way to help support the channel. Not at all required, but it is a way to guarantee that I get to your question, comment, or concern, or qualm, or query. Is that what people say? Query? That sounds really stupid, actually, so I take that back. Are you hyped for Fresh? Yes, I am. I'm very excited for this movie. I think it's going to be... I don't know a damn thing about it. I know a lot of people in the community have actually seen the movie already because it was at Sundance, but I really love Sebastian Stan as an actor. My girlfriend is obsessed with Sebastian Stan, and so we're going to probably like the movie. I think it's cannibalism is like the subject matter, because like the poster is a hand, and the description of the movie is like a girl goes on a date and finds out her new boyfriend has a suspicious appetite or something. So it's pretty much like he might be a cannibal, like maybe even like a Patrick Bateman type or something. So we'll see. But yes, I'm excited. Brandos Critic says the best movie to watch on Friday is Friday. I've never seen Friday. I know. Crazy. I honestly barely even know of it. But I know that was probably just a little bit. I'm actually gonna look that up though real quick, because is that the movie with... is Ice Cube in that movie, or am I hallucinating? Friday. He is in it. I knew that it was sounded familiar. Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. It's actually on HBO Max right now, but I've never seen Friday. It's only an hour and 31 minutes, so I was right about that. I feel like I can do a little like trivia. If you guys want to ask me a movie, be like, who's the main star in the movie? I might have a 50-50 shot of getting it right. Skylar says, if you had the chance to play the role of an existing or new MCU character, who do you feel would represent the best? Who would I represent the best? To be honest with you, if my girlfriend Cam was in here, she could attest to this, but I think I might be... I think I could do Punisher or Wolverine, because I can get like angry at times. Not like crazy angry like them where I'm gonna like slaughter people, but like if someone like annoyed, like when I'm driving on the highway, like people are wild, like my Punisher comes out and my Wolverine comes out. Like I go like berserker. So I'd say one of those two. I don't know if that was a good enough answer, but yes, one of those two. But I think we'd all love to play Spider-Man, right? Like that would be the dream role for any Marvel fan. Excuse me. If you could only watch movies from one director for the rest of your life, other than Tarantino, who would you choose? I would probably have to choose Steven Spielberg, because I get Jaws, E.T., 4 Indiana Jones movies, Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List, which is one I probably wouldn't watch that much just because it's so damn heavy. I'm getting, the new stuff. I'm getting the new West Side Story. I'm getting Catch Me If You Can. I'm getting a ton of different varieties, genres. If you could only watch movies from one, I'd go Spielberg. Yankee 88 says, who is your favorite female lead from the Dark Knight trilogy? Maggie, Rachel, Holmes, Rachel, Catwoman, or Talia? So this is going to be a little bit of an unpopular opinion, but it's actually Catwoman. And I know that people don't like her portrayal, Anne Hathaway's portrayal, for whatever reason. I haven't actually heard reasons. I just know people don't like it. But I really like her portrayal of Catwoman. And She's my favorite. I don't really the Rachel character to me. I never really. I wanted to like buy into her relationship with Bruce, but I just never really could personally because I just felt this weird disconnect in Batman Begins, and then in the Dark Knight, she's with Harvey, and I know Bruce cares deeply for her, but to me, it's like I wanted to see a little more like Rachel really caring for her. That was almost the weak link of the Dark Knight trilogy, is that relationship to me at least. So I'm gonna go Catwoman with that one. Am I gonna watch the Elvis movie? Have I seen the trailer? Haven't seen the trailer. But I am gonna watch the movie, and I'm probably gonna review it. I need to watch the trailer. I just haven't watched the trailer for whatever reason. It looks. I saw an image of Tom Cruise, not Tom Cruise, excuse me, Tom Hanks. I didn't just do that. No one heard that. No, Tom Hanks, and he looks pretty transformative in the movie. So we'll see how it turns out. Fulcrum28 says, Chris, I have to agree with you. I have to say, like, I like the MCU better than the DCU, but when it comes to DC and Marvel, it's tough. My two favorite superheroes are Batman and Spider-Man. Yeah, great picks. Those are probably my two favorites as well. I love Iron Man, but I mean, like, do I actually love him that much, or is it just because RDJ and because he's like carried the MCU? It's kind of hard to say. Favorite third movie in a trilogy? Huh. So we've got Return of the King, we've got Dark Knight Rises, we've got Return of the Jedi, we've got Revenge of the Sith, we've got, what else do we got? I would say maybe Toy Story 3 if that was a trilogy, but it's really not a trilogy anymore. So I'm going to go with Return of the Jedi. Slept on Star Wars movie today because a lot of people kind of just dismiss it as, oh, the worst of the original trilogy, which it is, but that doesn't really, that's not like that big of an insult when you're talking about a trilogy of that caliber. So I'm going to go with Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi. Is Anton Fuqua's Magnificent Seven good? I've been meaning to watch it. Seems interesting. I think so. I think it's pretty solid movie. It's not as good as the original because I grew up with the original Magnificent Seven, but it's still solid. Denzel's really good in it. Chris Pratt's good in it. It's the action is pretty crazy, especially the final battle, if you want to call it. Very well shot, and it's a gorgeous looking movie. I like it. I like Anton Fuqua, like some of his movies, like Training Day, that Magnificent Seven movie. I haven't seen The Equalizer, which I think he directed as well. So I got to see a few more of his things. But what he did Shooter. Shooter's like a movie I actually grew up watching, and I think it's pretty solid. So he does solid work. He's not spectacular, but he does solid work. Who's the better bounty hunter, Django or Cad? To be honest with you, I'm going to go with Cad Bane, and I like them both. Don't get me wrong, but I just think Cad Bane is. We've seen more in like the shows of Cad Bane, like Cad Bane essentially kicking ass and doing it convincingly. And I don't think we got enough Django in any of Star Wars media. He's a character I want to see like a show on, like Django in his prime. That would be cool. That's what the Book of Boba Fett should have been, is Django Fett, the Book of Django Fett. But I'd go Cad Bane. I realize that there's a lot of where even am I? There's a lot of questions in here, aren't there? Yeah, there's a lot of questions in here. I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. So I apologize if I miss your question. If you send in super chats, I will get guarantees I get it. Highlights it for me. It's a way to help support the channel. Again, not required, but if you want to guarantee I get to your question. Let's see. Where was I? I think Letterboxd will keep the Kenobi series on the app since it's labeled limited series, and I think it's the only Star Wars show that is on the app. Interesting. Yeah, that'd be cool. Because Boba Fett technically could get a season 2, which I'm very not a fan of. Like, I don't think it needs to have a season 2. It really doesn't. It didn't need to exist. They should have just done The Mandalorian season 3 and had a Boba Fett subplot. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Do I think Tamara Morrison will appear in future movies? Perhaps. Maybe future TV shows, not movies, though. If you're talking Star Wars, I think he'll play Rex or Cody in like the Kenobi show. In live action, I would be a pretty big fan of that, to say the least. Most hyped game coming up, Fallen Order 2 by far, and actually, let me double back. That is up there, but I really, really can't wait for Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. I blinked for a second because I was trying to think of the full name, but Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. I'm really, really looking forward to that. It's going to be epic. Going to be epic. I'm ready. Bad Billy D says, I couldn't get into Clone Wars personally, probably because it's so entrenched in the prequels and I just hate the prequels, so I can't bring myself to care about it. That's fair. I know people who couldn't as well. Just because it is sporadic, you're getting different characters across the galaxy and different stories. Every 3 to 4 episodes, you're just following new characters, unless it's like, Obi-Wan or Anakin, who we all kind of know. So I kind of get where you're coming from, actually. And I get it, I grew up with the Clone Wars. There's a lot. I rewatched it. There's a lot of episodes you can skip. But again, it's still Star Wars to me, and I do love it. Favorite Scream third act besides the original? Sorry, I'm trying to get readjusted here. That's better. Cool. My back was starting to hurt. But I'm going to say the fourth Scream. That is a really, really, really crazy third act, to say the least. And I'm not going to spoil it, but damn, Scream 4 is pretty good. It's probably my third. I like Scream 2. That one's good. Scream 3 is the worst, though. Yeah, that spoiler review is going to be hype. Me and Jaron are doing it, so stay tuned for that. That's coming next Thursday here on the Film Stock channel. Subscribe if you have not. And it's time for a shameless plug of my podcast channel, which is going to be the Unusual Couple Podcast. Go subscribe. Links down below. I don't know if you guys can hear me right now because the Wi-Fi signal just popped up, but if you can hear me, I thought it'd be cool. Let's see. Which song from an MCU movie do you like more? Run It from Shang-Chi or the all the Stars from Black Panther? I like the Run It song from Shang-Chi. That song gets me hype as hell. When it plays on the bus, I love that. It's like boom, 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 bada boom, 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 boom. That gets me hype. I'm going to throw on Shang-Chi soon. I haven't rewatched that one in a while. Will my Batman ranking include the 40 serials? No, it will include the 66 Batman film, the Burton films, the Schumacher films, the Nolan films, BVS, and the Batman. That'll be it. Do I have a favorite NFL team? Because I love the Georgia Bulldogs. I don't really have a favorite NFL team. I just watch for players, and that's really all there is to it. Jaron says, I've been conflicted about putting BVS in my ranking for obvious reasons, but I'll probably include it as well. Yeah, I'm going to include it because it has Batman in the title, but excuse me, I'm not looking forward to talking about it. Do you consider the runtime longer than 3 hours, or you can't say it yet? I can't really disclose any information yet, unfortunately, but the official runtime, I think, is 2 hours and 55 minutes, right, on IMDb and other websites. So there's that. What's good, Azid? How you doing? I'll include BVS Joker and the Justice League cuts on my Batman ranking, plus the animated films I've seen. More power to you. I won't be doing that, especially not Joker, just because Joker doesn't have Batman in it. I won't do Justice League because it's not a Batman movie in my head. For me, I'm just doing pure Batman movies. So BVS will be on there begrudgingly. I don't want to put it on there, but it will be because it's like a half Batman movie. But I won't put the animated ones on there just because I view them so different. Like when I ranked the Spider-Man movies, I didn't even want to put Spider-Verse on there. I know people are going to put Lego Batman on theirs, which is weird to me, but I'm not judging if someone does it. I just haven't seen Lego Batman, so it's a little strange. I believe whoever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. There's my garbage impression of Joker. What is your favorite Michael B. Jordan performance aside from the Creed movies? Probably Killmonger. I haven't seen him in a ton of stuff, so I'd go Killmonger probably. Slumdog Millionaire is a great movie. Recommend it to everyone in this chat if you haven't seen it. It's you chronicles this dude's life leading up to the moment where he's on the game show. Like every question, he relates back to a different part of his life. So it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in India, I want to say. So yeah, great movie, honestly. It won Best Picture. I would have given it to another movie that year called The Curious Case of Benjamin Button that was nominated. The Dark Knight should have won, but it wasn't nominated. You got to see the Raid films. I'm going to have to check them out. Yeah, I'll have to check them out. Sorry, I got a notification from Discussing Film saying No Way Home is now available for pre-order on 4K, but I already pre-ordered it a long time ago, so I don't know what they're talking about. I have not seen The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2. I am going to be watching those very soon because I want to explore more Batman content, so I might watch one of those after the stream, actually, maybe Part 1. Watch Part 2 tomorrow, something like that. But I have to watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas because that is going to be Phase 3 patron requested that I review that film, so that's one that I got to review and watch. So Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, I got to watch that soon. Probably going to split it into two parts. Hot take about The Hateful Eight. I love that movie. One of my personal favorite theater experiences, fresh out of high school. Yeah, and my brother was a little older than me, so he was like, it came out in 2015, so he was like a freshman in college, I want to say, and I was still in high school. And he went and saw it, I think, on 35 millimeter film, and like maybe IMAX, or was it 70 millimeter or something? But it was really cool. I would have loved to see it that way, but I just don't love The Hateful Eight. I like it. But to me, it's a 3-hour movie, and the first hour and a half is, I know it's almost like not painful, but it's very much a drag, especially on rewatch. There's a lot of detail in it that, once you know the big picture, you can be like, okay, I see what you did there, Tarantino. But compared to his other work, it does not have. I'm not as entrenched in the story as I want to be, unfortunately. Least favorite Fincher film, Curious Case of Benjamin Button's at the bottom of my list here. Wow, it's ironic because I just mentioned Benjamin Button. I love Benjamin Button. That's my second or third favorite from Fincher. I would probably say my least favorite Fincher film has to be Alien 3. But if I'm not including Alien 3, I do not like Mank. I don't like Mank at all. That's bottom tier for me. Those two are like the bottom. But I like everything else pretty much. I mean, I've seen them all. I like The Game is fine. It's a really weird ending. Panic Room is one of his more underrated movies. Seven's damn good. Fight Club's damn good. Social Network's the best for sure. And then you've got Gone Girl. I need to rewatch Gone Girl. That one's great. But Benjamin Button, I love the movie. It reminds me of Forrest Gump in the sense of like chronicling a man's life, and just it's so simple and effective. Like you're just watching this dude's life play out, and I love stories like that. That's like one of my favorite genres, honestly. Coming of age in a way. What movie has the best Batman suits? It's hard to top like the BVS suit. The BVS suit is clean. Not the one he uses when he fights Superman, but like the regular Batfleck suit. I like that one a lot. But I also like Pattinson's. 3090 Therapy, Bohude is the best. All great picks. All great picks. Hello there from Australia, all the way across the world. That's pretty crazy. Enjoy the hell out of it when you get to watch it. I just enjoy the movie. I almost started talking about it and I had to catch myself, but enjoy the Batman. What show are you most excited to watch? Peaky Blinders, Euphoria, or Cobra Kai? I'm probably going to go with Cobra Kai. I'm really excited to start that one and do reactions here on the channel, which I am doing soon, but I have to rewatch the Karate Kid films first. So I know I was like, oh, I'm going to do it soon. I am, but I'm going to start it like at some point in March when I get through the Batman. Once the Batman kind of dies down, we got a Pixar movie. I'm going to do some Pixar content, and then I will get into weekly reactions for Cobra Kai ranking. A new season comes out this year, right? So I'll do it all before then, way before then, and I'll cover Cobra Kai when we get to Cobra Kai season 5. I think season 5. Was my theater packed? It was fairly packed. There was a bunch of, it was not packed, but there was a decent amount of people in there. That's what I'll say. So decent amount of people. What's the weirdest movie you've ever seen? There's a lot of weird movies I've seen. I think one of them might be weirdest movie I've ever seen. I'm looking at my Blu-ray shelf. I'm trying to go to my letterbox and see like what have I watched that's like weird lately. Let me check. Let me check. I think Batman and Robin's a real weird movie, but let me go. All right, so weird movies. Let's see. Scrolling through my letterbox right now to try and find one. Encounter is a really weird movie that came out last year. Very, very strange. That might be one of my answers. It was weird because it was so bizarre. What did it want to be? I'm not even sure at the end of the day, but it was a very, very strange movie. So I'll say that for now. But again, there will be one that comes to me. I'll wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat and be like, oh, damn that I should have said that on the live stream. Is Fresh about Armie Hammer? Low key, I think it might be a biopic about him. Oh, man. How was I able to see the Batman early? I get asked this a lot. I'm a member of the Georgia Film Critics Association. I live in Georgia. So because of that, I am invited to early screenings of movies. That's how I was able to see it. So there's your answer. I don't really post about it that I'm in that critics group, but I am technically in it. So that is how I got to see it early. 90s films for Spielberg, including Hook and Jurassic Park, are rewatchable. Plus, they have terrific scores. Yeah, I forgot to mention Jurassic Park. You're damn right. Throw Jurassic Park in the list. That Spielberg by far. If I had to pick movies from one director that's not Tarantino to watch forever, it's got to be that. Do I think he should have? Okay, my favorite filmmaker is George Lucas. So my question is, do you think he should have won an Oscar at the 50th Academy Awards? Annie Hall won, and so did Woody Allen. Yeah, I think Star Wars should have won Best Picture with ease. That's one of the best movies of all time. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Probably my favorite. I've said for multiple times. Actually, it probably is my favorite. But it changed cinema. I don't see people talking about Annie Hall the way they're talking about Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think Star Wars should have won Best Picture. I have not watched The Defenders yet. I know I need to. I'll probably watch it when it finds its new home down the road, whether that be Hulu or Disney Plus or wherever it may be. I'll watch it at some point. Keep, Watch, Burn, Logan, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, Homecoming. I love these questions. Shout out Stranger Boy for kind of originating them in my chats a long time ago. But let me take a water break real quick. Water is so good. But all right, so I have to keep one, watch one, burn one. This is damn difficult. I've been dying to rewatch Logan lately because I really want to give that another chance. Which I love the movie. I just haven't seen it in a few years. Probably since like 2017, actually. But all right, keep, watch, burn, Logan, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man, Homecoming. I'm going to keep... Damn. I'm going to keep Shang-Chi because it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite MCU movies. I'm going to watch... this is pain. This is pain. This is pain. I'm going to watch Homecoming and burn Logan at the moment, but I know that will change. I really like Logan. I want to make that clear. I like that movie quite a bit. It's just been so long since I've seen it that at this moment, I would have to burn it. But I really do like it. I'm going to rewatch it, and that could definitely change. Where am I in the chat? I kind of lost my spot for a second. Sorry, I lost my spot for a second there. All right, let's see. I'm trying to find a question here. Cam's in here. Hello there, Cam. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. I love your new Spider-Man suit, Cam. Hello there, Cam. Who is your favorite Batman and your favorite Joker? My favorite Batman, I plead the fifth. My favorite Joker is Heath Ledger. It's Heath Ledger. I love Joaquin, but excuse me, I got to go Heath Ledger, especially after rewatching The Dark Knight. Ian Bigwood says, keep, watch, burn Spider-Man, The Dark Knight, and Spider-Man No Way Home. Damn. This is one of the hardest ones I've had to do. I'm burning Spider-Man 2002, which actually, hold on. Damn, this is so hard. I'm keeping Spider-Man No Way Home. It means more to me than any of those three movies. So I'm keeping No Way Home. I'm watching The Dark Knight because it's a movie you have to watch at least once. And I'm going to burn Spider-Man, even though you know I love that movie. I love that movie. Don't get it twisted. But of those options, I have to burn that one because I'm getting Toby. I'm getting Toby and No Way Home. So that's kind of my rationale for that. So, yeah. Tristan, what's up? How you doing? What are your favorite books and what is on your read list? I don't really read, so I don't have really a read list. But my favorite books, I liked the Hunger Games books growing up, and I'm not much of a reader though. My favorite book from school was The Outsiders. I was in like 8th grade. I really liked that one. So, what are the odds we see Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, and Christian Bale in a Batman movie? Slim to none. I made a TikTok about this kind of jokingly, where I was like, "What if we get him, guys? We might get him," but it's not going to happen. No, we're going to see. I think Keaton and Affleck in the Flash movie, but Bale, 0% chance Bale comes back. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Harry says, hey, Chris, your content is great. I'm from the UK. Just wondering what some of your favorite films from the UK are and who some of your favorite UK actors are. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Some of my favorite UK actors. I mean, I love Tom Holland. I believe that's technically the UK. So I love Tom Holland, especially now. I think he's probably the biggest movie star in the world. Tom Hardy, Garfield. You know, there's a bunch of guys that I love from the UK. Favorite UK movies? That's tougher. I don't know. What's distinctly a UK movie is the question. Like, are the Bond movies or are those not? Like, I always get it confused. I do not know, honestly. I don't know, but those are my favorite UK actors. Best movie from the year you were born? Best? I might have to say it might be Fight Club. Fight Club's up there. The Matrix is great. Yeah, I'll say one of those probably. I like The Phantom Menace, but that's not the best movie from that year. Let's see. Each season of Cobra Kai is around 5 hours. Very cool. I'll be able to burn through that show when I get to it. I just got to get around to it. Let's see. Batman and Robin is the one where they use the shark repellent, right? That is actually Batman 1966 where they use the shark repellent. Yeah. The OG Batman movie. Would you ever try to become a certified critic on Rotten Tomatoes? Honestly, no. I don't really. That's not a goal I have personally. I love to review movies. I do. But at the end of the day, I love just being a content creator, talking about what I love. And movie reviews is a part of that. It's a small part of that. I love to just, make videos about what I love. Marvel, Star Wars, ranking videos, all that stuff. I don't really aspire to be like a full-on movie critic personally. But if, we'll see. A year from now, I might change my mind. I might want to try and go for it. So it's always, I'm not shutting it down, but I mean, it's definitely something in the back of my mind I've thought about. Hello there, Max. How you doing? One of the goats is in here, people. Max talks movies. What's a trilogy you want to rewatch all of in one day? The OG trilogy, Star Wars trilogy. That's one that I definitely want to do. But I am going to do Lord of the Rings in July when I go out to California to visit Trevor from Film Geeks. I cannot wait. I am so excited for that because I haven't seen him in person since July. So it'll have been a full year since I've seen him in person. And that's going to be so hype. We're going to do a rewatch of Lord of the Rings. It's going to be absolutely legendary. And I can't wait. So, yeah. Cobra Kai is mid. I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything about it. Let's see. Which performance do you like more? Bruce Willis in Die Hard, Arnold in T2, Keanu in The Matrix, Harrison Ford in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Damn. I got to go Bruce Willis in Die Hard. I love his performance in that. I love Harrison Ford in Raiders as well. But Bruce Willis in Die Hard, just his sarcastic edge to him when he's like, welcome to the party, pal. What else did he say? Come to the coast. We'll get together, have a few drinks or whatever. When he's like in the little air shaft. I love Die Hard. That's a great movie. Great movie. Just watched Whiplash for the first time. Round of applause in the chat, everybody. Great film. One of my favorites of all time. J.K. Simmons in that movie is insane. Arguably one of the best performances ever. He's up there with with Heath in The Joker. I mean, that's in the Joker, as the Joker in The Dark Knight. Damn good performance and not quite my tempo. Love that movie. I'm going to do a video with Cam on that at some point this year, hopefully. Have I heard about Tarantino doing a TV episode? I heard he's going to do an episode of Justified, Primeval City or some shit like that. It's like a spin-off show of Justified. So I think he is going to be doing an episode or two of that, which is cool. I haven't seen Justified, but my parents have, and they really like it. So maybe I'll watch Justified eventually. We got to Keep Watch Burn from Max. Keep Watch Burn, The Departed, Seven, and Interstellar. The easy keep for me is going to be The Departed. That's one of my favorite movies. It's probably my top 25 to 30 favorite movies of all time. So I'm keeping The Departed. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch Interstellar. I'm gonna burn Seven. I know that's hard for a lot of people to hear. I really like Seven. Don't get me wrong. I did a video on it where I showed my girlfriend it for the first time. But I Interstellar, I gotta experience. It's the score alone, like that kind of puts that in the watch category. So I gotta go with that. I can't talk about the Batman until February 28th. So no, I cannot, unfortunately. I'm not sure when you hit it, but congrats on hitting over 1 million overall views on the channel. Well, thank you, Max. I did realize that, I think yesterday or the day before. I don't know when it happened, but it did happen. Very cool milestone and accomplishment. I can't wait to keep to see where I'm at by the end of the year. Keep getting more views and growing the film stocked community. But thank you, Max. Thank you. Keep Watch Burn, Scream, Step Brothers, Pulp Fiction. I'm gonna keep. Damn. This is a tough one because they're all like some of my favorites from their respective genres. You know what I'm saying? I went a little mobster on you there for a second, guys. But let's see. All right, I'm gonna keep. Damn. I got it. I'm gonna watch Step Brothers. Sorry, no. I'm gonna watch Scream because that's a movie that you can experience once, and like on rewatch, you know what's coming, so it's still good, but you can. It doesn't have the same effect as other movies because there's a big reveal. So I'm gonna watch Scream, and I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep Pulp Fiction and burn Step Brothers, even though Step Brothers is one of my favorite comedies. It's probably in my top 10. It's a hilarious movie. But the thing about comedies is there's other great comedies out there too, but there's not another Pulp Fiction out there. Just a movie that kind of created this style of storytelling, right? In Tarantino. So I got to keep it, I got to keep it. Oh, I guess I apologize if I missed your question. I was just scrolling. There's a lot in here sometimes, so it gets hard. I apologize if I missed some questions. What movie do you genuinely think is the worst movie ever? I genuinely think Batman and Robin has an argument to be made for being one of the worst movies ever, but there are some bad movies out there, direct to streaming movies like on Netflix that are just god awful. Night Teeth that came out last year is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Like there's movies like that are like, how are these actually made? Like that's the kind of movie that's one of the worst movies ever. And it's brutal sometimes. So I would definitely say one of those, probably one of those streaming movies. Watch, burn, keep Back to the Future, Forrest Gump, and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Well, Max, you're killing me, Max. You're killing me. Let me think. This is the hardest one I've ever had to do, Max. I'm going to keep. Damn. That's so hard. That's really, really hard. Right now, I'm going to tell you what I'm leaning right now, and this might be crazy, you guys. This might be crazy. I'm burning Forrest Gump. I love it to death, but I'm burning it. That leaves keep or watch. So which one do I rewatch more is the question it comes down to. Honest to God, I'm going to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I'm going to keep Back to the Future, which is crazy for me to say. But I'm keeping Back to the Future because it's one of the most rewatchable movies ever. Raiders is extremely rewatchable as well. Very rewatchable as well. But Back to the Future is more rewatchable. So that's why I'm keeping it. But I love Raiders, and I have the poster right over there. And I feel bad saying that. I got the Whiplash poster over the 2Max, but it is what it is. And yeah, there you have it. Do you support going on a Star Wars marathon every movie and show, including Clone Wars 2003? Do I support it? I'm not opposed to it. Like, I think that's a lot of time, like to watch every show and movie back to backs, like at least a month of your time, I would say, a few months maybe. It'd be cool to do. I've seen the 2003 Clone Wars. The thing is, it's not canon anymore. I want to say, so it wouldn't make sense to throw it in there as much, unless you just kind of want to watch it for fun. I've seen it. By the way, I forgot to mention that in my Star Wars TV show ranking. I had the DVDs. I still have them for both of those seasons, volumes, I should say. I think there's 3 seasons and they split into like 2 volumes on DVD. Sorry, my lip went itching, but yeah, it's a lot of dedication. I've seen people do it and I think it's really cool, but that's so much content. Like imagine starting the MCU right now and watching it from like every movie and TV show. Like that would take a long damn time. So it's pretty wild. Excuse me. Peacezilla, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Nolan's Ready Player One or Spielberg's Tenet? Nolan's Ready Player One, I think, would be cooler. I think that would be better, honestly, because you could see his vision with that. Like, I feel like he could do a cool sci-fi movie. I don't know if Spielberg could make Tenet though. It wouldn't make sense. What's your favorite Ghostface line? That's a good question. I'm trying to think. What does he say? Like, hang up the phone or I'll gut you like a fish or something like that. Probably have to go like that. Max says, I don't want to get you in trouble, but are there any big spoilers to stay off social media for and certain Robert Pattinson film coming out next week? There's maybe I would always just err on the side of caution for a movie like that. I personally don't think it's I would be more worried about like a Multiverse of Madness type movie or a No Way Home type movie. But there are, I would err on the side of caution. On Monday, I would be very limited on social media. I think the world premiere, has the world premiere happened? I would be very limited on social media. If you're not seeing it on March 1st, stay off social media just to be extra safe. If you don't want to see any leaked pictures because people People are going to do stuff like that. So hold on, let me take care of this troll real quick. Blocked his ass. All right. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't, there are always things you could err on the side of caution for. So, better safe than sorry is what I'll say. Better safe than sorry. Keep, watch, burn, T2, The Matrix, and Taken. I'm going to keep The Matrix because it's the one movie I've seen most recently out of those, and it's probably the best. I'm going to watch Taken, and I'm going to burn T2. I haven't seen, I'm not crazy about the Terminator movies, guys. I think I've made that clear. Like, I don't hate the Terminator movies from what I've seen, which is 1 and 2, but like, they're just fine. They're fine to me. I've never gotten the massive hype for them. What I not enjoy about Scream 5 has some obvious issues like the hospital death, but I adore it, TBH. It's to the point in the franchise where I know they're very meta and aware of the fact that they are a self-aware franchise and like they keep doing it, but it's gotten so irritating and annoying to me. I've burnt out on it. And I know they've kind of acknowledged like a requel and all these things, like a real life or a reboot sequel or whatever, but I'm just over it at this point. Like, I think I'm just burnt out on the franchise. If I found it highly predictable, the hospital thing you're referring to enrages me, and it was just predictable. It was kind of a lame movie, honestly, compared to the other ones. I don't know. It just didn't really vibe with me. Thoughts on Wedding Crashers? I think it's a really funny movie. I haven't seen it again in probably since 2019, but it's funny. I think they're making a sequel, so pretty cool. I like Vince Vaughn a lot. Vince Vaughn is one of the more underrated comedians in Hollywood, I would say, when it comes to like his comedic chops in movies. Where do I watch The Room? I've been looking for a way to watch it. I don't know, honestly. Is it on any streaming services? There's probably a website you could watch it on. I'm not condoning illegal watching of movies, but there probably is somewhere you could find it. And you could always rent it on Amazon if you wanted to spend a few bucks. I think the Blu-ray is hard to find, or there might be a website where you can order the Blu-ray. I'm not sure. Let's see. What movies got infinitely better for you on rewatch? Great question, Harry. I'm going to have to say Solo, A Star Wars Story, got infinitely better on rewatch. That's one for sure for me. I'm looking at my shelf right now to try and think. The Big Lebowski, I liked a lot more on rewatch. The movie was good, but it got infinitely better when I rewatched it. It's one of my favorite comedies now, for sure. So there's that. Those are two. I'll give you those two for sure. Question for everyone: who do you think is a better actor and as an action star, Liam Neeson or Keanu Reeves? Who do you think is a better actor and as an action star, Liam Neeson or Keanu Reeves? Keanu. I think Keanu's a better action star. Liam Neeson at one point in time was a great actor, but like recently, I don't know what happened to him. He just kind of fell off. He does like these weird generic action movies, and I just don't understand it at all. Manuel says, Hard Edition, Keep, Watch, Burn, Star Wars, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, No Way Home. Damn. That's one of the hardest questions I've got for sure, because I love those movies. Let's cut the BS. I'm keeping Star Wars. It means more to me than any of those movies. And I know No Way Home means a lot to me, but Star Wars is my favorite movie. I'm looking at the post right now, and it's childhood. It's nostalgia. It's a big part of my life. So Star Wars, I'm keeping. This is going to pain me to do, but I'm watching No Way Home, and then I'm going to burn Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Don't get me wrong. Love it. It's my favorite Tarantino, I think. But I got to burn it. And when it's compared to those two, I just got to, it has to go. It has to be done. Who's your favorite Saw character besides my boy Tobin Bell? I really like Dr. Gordon. But I also like Adam, who is the name. I'm going to make sure I got his name right. He's the name of Lee Winnell's character, actually. I went to bed in my shithole apartment and woke up in an actual shithole. Yeah. I like Adam. So I'd say one of those, probably. Are you excited about Scorsese's new movie with DiCaprio and De Niro? Yeah, I am. Killers of the Flower Moon. I think it's going to be great. Probably going to get nominated for Best Picture. Leo might get an Oscar nom. The guy. He's just that guy. So, yeah, we'll see. Not a movie question, but how has full-time content creation been going? It's my dream, and I'm glad to see you having fun with it. Yeah, so right now, I've graduated college for like 2 months, so I'm going full-time on this right now, just giving it my all. So, I'm out with TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, trying to make it happen. And it's fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm loving doing it. And it's every day I wake up, it's the first thing on my mind. I'm more motivated than anything to get after it and chase my dreams. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to, evaluate where I am later in the year and see what needs to be done. But again, I'm having fun with it right now, and I'm putting my heart and soul into it every day right now to see where it can maybe set me up for down the road. So there you go. But yeah, absolutely chase it. If you want something, chase it. That's my advice. How would you rank Beauty and the Beast, The Little Mermaid, Sleeping Beauty, Mulan, Snow White, and Seven Dwarfs? Oh wow, and Cinderella and Aladdin. Okay, let me think about this for a second. I'd put Cinderella at the bottom. I would probably then go Snow White, and then I would go probably Sleeping Beauty, and then I would put. This is tough. Then I'm gonna go Little Mermaid, Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. So that's from worst to best. So there you go. If you could relive 2 days of your life, one involving movies and YouTube and one not, what would they be? So for movies, I think I want to go and relive the first time I saw The Force Awakens. That's kind of one of the best movie experiences of my life, and just to really live in that moment. Yeah, probably that for movies. For non, the day that I became boyfriend and girlfriend. That sounds so mature. When I asked Cam to be my girlfriend was a great day. That was in December of 2016. So those are 2 days that stand out to me a lot. Very important days in my life. So both in the month of December as well. Also, Max, I'm going to throw another one in there. When Georgia won the Natty, that feeling is unmatched. It's one of the best feelings ever. I was riding that high for weeks. That's one of the most important days of my life is when Georgia won the national championship for the first time in over 40 years. So it was a damn good day. Let me tell you that much. Great day. I mean, I couldn't sleep that night. I was yelling. I had an adrenaline rush. It was great. Excuse me. If you with Drew says, Keep Watch Burn, Wolf of Wall Street, Fight Club, and Django Unchained. I'm going to keep. This is a great one, actually. I'm going to keep. I'm going to burn Fight Club, which is crazy to say that out loud, but it's just the one that I rewatched the least. And like once I've seen it, it's a dark ass movie to rewatch. So Fight Club, I'm going to burn. I'm probably going to have to keep The Wolf of Wall Street because of how rewatchable it is. I'm going to watch Django. So there you go. What's your favorite underrated movie in an actor's filmography? For me, underrated Hugh Jackman, Real Steel. Great pick. I saw Real Steel in theaters, actually, and I enjoy that movie. But for me, I'm going to go underrated movie from an actor's filmography. I don't know if it's underrated, but I'm going to say, no. I don't know if Remember the Titans is underrated, but I would say that for Denzel or like National Treasure for Nick Cage. There's like two that I go to. I don't know. Those are like my two answers, honestly, that I've got for you right now. It's kind of generic, but it is what it is. What's an older movie that you'll love, but you just never seen it? Some of those would be Gone Girl and Memento. That's a good one, yeah. So for me, I would love Casino, probably. I just haven't seen it. I would probably love The Deer Hunter, maybe. I just haven't seen it. I actually won't say that one. I'll say Casino, and I'll say Casino. Yeah, Casino. What's a movie that's gotten worse for you on rewatch? Mine's The Last Jedi. Mad Max Fury Road. I don't like the movie at all. I know I've said that a ton on streams, but like Mad Max Fury Road. I mean, I liked it the first time, and every time I try and rewatch it, it gets worse and worse and worse. What's your favorite Harry Potter movie? My house is Gryffindor, by the way. Gryffindor! I have a scarf somewhere around here. And my favorite movie is Prisoner of Azkaban. I love it so much. It's very creative with the third act, but I also love Deathly Hallows Part 2. Boom, boom. What's your biggest pet peeve? I can never think of them when I get asked the question, but then I can think of them later. It's tough. Really tough. I can't think of it on the spot. I'm going to try and think of one. Pet peeve. Pet peeve. I'm blanking. Yeah, I'm blanking right now. I don't know why. Pet peeve. I can't think of one right now. I know I have them. I just can't think of one right now. What's your biggest Oscar snub of all time? Probably the fact that most of the Spielberg movies didn't win Best Picture, but of all time, it has to be Saving Private Ryan not winning Best Picture. That is insanity. I mean, that movie is probably the best war movie ever. I don't know how it didn't win Best Picture. Over Shakespeare in Love, too. I mean, crazy. For Spider-Man 2, do you prefer the original version? I haven't seen the extended version, I don't think. So I have to say I prefer the original because I haven't seen the other. What's the most underrated Scorsese movie? Underrated? This movie called King of Comedy is decent. I didn't really love it all that much, so I'd probably say that. But most of his movies that are like highly rated, I think, are deserving of the rating. So, what's my favorite Terminator movie? The first Terminator. The first Terminator for me. How did you find the balance between school and work and content creation while in college? I'm just curious because I feel like I haven't been producing many reviews as of late because I haven't written. So I would say for me, every day I just had a schedule and I would wake up and I would make sure I had my plan for the day for content, and then I would do my schoolwork. I never did any schoolwork outside of class. Like I hardly ever studied it. I mean, like after COVID, I didn't really care. To be honest with you guys, it drained me. School, like I had put so much time and effort into school until I started doing YouTube. And I realized there really was no need. And so I kind of just, I had to go to class and stuff like that, but I would not let it was a Zoom for like my last 2 or 3 semesters. So I would just do YouTube stuff on my computer while I was in class. That's how I did it. I just like prioritized YouTube, and I stopped worrying about school. I realized there's more important things in life than the grade I get in a class. And that was my mindset. Again, I don't want to be a bad influence on you guys, but I had set myself up to be fine with my grades. When COVID hit, I was doing very well because that's all I cared about for a while, which is sad truth. And so I just kind of cruised through ever since March of 2020 until I graduated in December of 2021. I just kind of cruised through it. So yeah, that's how I guess I balanced it. I've got to watch Casino. There's 422 F-bombs. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I know it's one of the most expletive-filled movies of all time. Dark Knight says, keep Watch Burn, Back to the Future, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Logan. I'm going to keep No Way Home. I'm going to watch Back to the Future, and I'm going to, because I've seen No Way Home so many times, and I'm going to burn Logan. I really like Logan. I've had to burn it twice. It hurts me to say that, but I've had to burn it twice. By the way, hit that like button if you guys are new. Helps out with the algorithm. And if you're on the replay, shout out you guys. I'm probably going to go a few more minutes longer. It's almost 9 o'clock where I am, and I want to watch a movie tonight. But this was a fun stream, and I'm going to answer a few more questions still. So we're not done just yet. Water is good for the soul. Quality over quantity. Yeah, that's fair. Especially, if you're typing out reviews and you want to spend more time on them, that's a totally fair thing to do as well. I think there's pros and cons to both quantity over quality and quality over quantity. Have I seen the trailer for The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent? I actually have, dude. I'm going to watch that movie, I think, in theaters if I can. It looks insane, but I really like Nick Cage, so I think I'll like that one. It has Pedro Pascal, too. What's my favorite Nolan movie? I got to go with Inception, but The Prestige is damn close, honestly. Damn close. The Bernie, the movie geeks in here. What's good? Just done watching Drive My Car, and I have now seen all the Best Picture nominees. Well, that's awesome, dude. What did you think of Drive My Car? Let me know in the chat. What's your alcoholic drink of choice? It depends on the mood, the season, really. I love like a margarita with like a margarita is just good. It's just damn good. There's really no cutting corners. It's just good. Margarita, that's up there. But I also like old fashioned's pretty good. A whiskey drink. That's good. There's, like the Jack and Coke there's a phase I went through of those. There's a lot, So right now I don't really drink too much. It comes and goes, like I in college I drank a little bit more. That's just how it is. But yeah, this year I haven't really that much, but I have in the past. And beer is good too. What kind of beer, you may ask? Pretty much most beer if it's cold. But there you go. Have I seen Sicario? I have seen part of Sicario. I haven't fully actually seen the movie. I've seen the first hour, and this was in 2016, and I fell asleep, and I was like, okay, I'm just not going to watch it. So I will have to go watch it at some point because it is Denis. Great live stream. I'll try to make the next one. Well, thank you for stopping by. You asked some pretty great questions. Have a good night. What's a childhood movie that you absolutely love but do not like now, but kind of have a soft spot for? Mine is Thomas the Magic Train Railroad. Yeah, for me, I got to go with Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. I have a big soft spot. I remember it was the Super Bowl. It was the Cardinals and the Steelers. This was a long time ago. Kurt Warner was on the Cardinals. And I had this VHS player, and I hooked it up on this TV just to watch this movie, The Lion King 2, and I loved it as a kid. Now I don't really care for it. I tried to rewatch it a few years ago. I just couldn't get into it. But I always have that soft spot for it. You know what I mean? So I kind of know what you mean by that, Ian. What year was your high school? What was your high school quote in the yearbook? It honestly might have been Matthew McConaughey. I think it might have been Matthew McConaughey. I think I said, like, you just got to keep living, man. Livin, something like that. I really think that's what I said. Am I excited for the Batman? I've actually already seen the Batman. I will have a review up on the 28th. I can't say too much, but you can follow my social medias. I posted about it on Instagram and TikTok. What's a show that you didn't hop on until late that lived up to the hype? Game of Thrones. I didn't watch Game of Thrones until season 7, I want to say. Or I watched Game of Thrones as season 7 was coming out so that I could like catch it live or something like that. And that was like 2017 or something. So I had to wait with everyone for season 8. And I watched it a ton, like 2 or 3 times leading up to season 8. So Game of Thrones. The hype was worth it though. Did it end well? I don't think so, but that's a debate for another time. It's masterful, slow burn, but good kind of slow, but burn but masterful. Okay, cool. Keep watch burn. Raiders, Jaws, Matrix. I'm burning the Matrix. I'm keeping Raiders, and I'm watching Jaws. Keep watch burn. Daredevil, Game of Thrones, and Breaking Bad. Damn, that's a tough one right there. Whew. I got to keep Breaking Bad. I think it's the best TV show of all time. So I'm keeping Breaking Bad because I can watch that whenever I want. Now, am I watching or burning Daredevil or Game of Thrones? Here's the thing. Game of Thrones has an ending. Daredevil kind of does have an ending, but kind of doesn't. I probably would have to burn Game of Thrones, but that's crazy to say out loud because Game of Thrones is one of the best shows ever. I love it. I've seen it like 5 times. But if I had known where it was going to end, I would burn it. And I would just watch Daredevil because Daredevil is some of the best Marvel content. But at the same time, we have a lot of Marvel content already, so I could just burn Daredevil and keep Game of Thrones to have another thing in the variety, but it's kind of hard to say. Favorite Fast and Furious movie? Probably Fast 5 probably Fast 5, but I don't really like them all too much. Which Kill Bill volume do you prefer? Volume 1. I love the final showdown, but actually, hold on. I think I might like Volume 2 more. I forget. Volume 2 is really, really good because it's more dialogue driven. I think it might be Volume 2, but I get confused. I need to rewatch them. I saw them in 2020, I want to say. Favorite biopic? I love Social Network, Steve Jobs, and Moneyball. Those are all Sorkin scripts, by the way. But I see a lot of guys are starting to head out, so I hope you all have a good night. Ian, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for the support, Ian, as well. You've been around for a long time, man. I really appreciate it. I wish you the best. And if you ever need anything, hit me up, man, and I'll give you some advice or anything. Just message me on Instagram. I know we've talked before. Peace. Thank you for stopping by. What do you want to see in Barry season 3? I want to see NoHo Hank join the acting class. That would be hilarious. That would be awesome. I just want to see. I want to see more batshit crazy stuff. The ending of season 2 was insane, and I won't spoil it, but like genuinely crazy. So I want to see more crazy bits like that. Yankee 88, peace, dude. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, I know it's been a while since you've been able to sit in on one, so I hope you enjoyed it. Go Yankees. Yeah. Have a good night, though. Have a good weekend, man. Alex's Movie Corner. Welcome, man. I like the profile picture. I'm new here, but I like your channel from what I've seen. So hi, well, hello there. Keep Watch Burn, MI6, Fallout, Die Hard. Isn't MI6 Fallout? Die Hard. Am I missing something? Keep Watch Burn, Mission Impossible, Fallout. Isn't Fallout the same thing? Oh, Skyfall. Okay. Skyfall, Fallout, and Die Hard. I would keep Die Hard. I would watch. Ooh, that's tough. I would probably watch Skyfall and burn Fallout, but I love Fallout. Michael Giacchino's score for the Batman. I mean, from what I listened to before the movie, which is the Batman theme, it's immaculate. I think that it is immaculate still. What movie do I want to get a sequel? This will be the last question. What movie do I want to get a sequel? It says cheating, but I want National Treasure 3. We got to make it happen. I will manifest that any day, any chance I get. Make National Treasure 3. That is going to do it, though, for the questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're here on the replay, I appreciate you guys. Make sure to hit the like button. Check out my social medias. They're all linked down below. You can follow me on Letterboxd, where I review movies. My Letterboxd is at Filmstock, Twitter at Filmstock, Instagram Filmstock. Again, those are all linked down below. I have a podcast with my lovely lady friend Cam. That is linked down below as well. The Unusual Couple podcast. We do weekly videos over there. Make sure to go subscribe to that. But thank you guys again for stopping by. That was fun. Hope you have a great Friday night, a great weekend. Expect a ton of Batman content next week. Mark your calendars and hit the notification bell. February 28th on Monday, my Batman review drops at noon Eastern time. So definitely, I'm really looking forward to talking about the movie with you guys. I can't say too much right now, but just stay tuned for that. That's all I can say confidently. But thank you guys again if you're on the replay. Much appreciated. And again, you all rock. I love this community. I can't wait to keep growing it as we head into the month of March. It's going to be huge. Moon Knight, The Batman, a Pixar movie, Guy Ritchie movie. It's going to be great. Excuse me. But that's going to do it. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be actually go check out my Dark Knight Trilogy ranked. It posted while this was live. So go check that out. Drop a like on it if you guys are near. Everyone in here, go like that video right now. Hit the like button, all 14 of you on this stream, and go watch the Dark Knight Trilogy ranked, or at least leave a like and come back later. But that's going to do it for this live stream. I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully next week. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.